the joy of detachment. Or detached engagement. What Taittiriya Upanishad says, akamahataha, akamahataha, who is not stung by the snake, the serpent of desire. Indulging in your desire is materialistic life. Observing your desire is spiritual life. All the desires that pop up in our mind are not worth the indulging. Remains a single symbol, cerebral accumulation. Just words. So the inner tranquility, born of certain detachment, putradara grahadishu, asaktir anabhishangaha putradara grahadishu. Meaning your mental peace should not be hijacked by your children or spouse or your friends or relatives. Nityam cha samachittatvam mishtanishtabhapatishu. Similarly, the mind doesn't waver as this pleasure and pain, gain and loss, like a storm, rage around you. So, Aruruchor Muner Yogam Karma Karanam Uchare. So, through Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga, we develop that mental tranquility or equipoise. And as we have seen in the morning, we are grateful for all the gift that we have received in life. The human vehicle, association with a great master, and also goal perception, clarity about our ultimate goal. The rest are all instrumental goals. Money, power, pleasures, relationships. The student of Vedanta must be able to sit for half an hour, 1.5 hours, with great focus and tranquility, where the monkey mind is tamed. So the ability to observe without getting disturbed. Both the inner and outer theatre of happenings. Outside in the sensate world, inside in the psychic world. And we also experience when we close our eyes, we are able to feel the world within you. Everything is integrally experienced. The cooing of the cuckoo, the whir of the fan, and even the sound of your thoughts as they rise and fall. We are able to integrate everything. We, meaning through these experiences, that state of tranquility where you can see the beginning, middle and end of things. That the born shall die, that which appears shall disappear. That which has a beginning will have an end. This holistic view makes you stable. Saha avikambena yogena. The yoga is avikambam. There is no tremor. And this is a great achievement. And then we can take the final leap into the blazing truth. So watch your thoughts and the thought projected world without reacting. Reaction externalizes your attention. Non-reaction internalizes your attention. You become, your attention go inward. So observe that non-reaction is silence. Reaction is noise. Reaction is fog. Non-reaction is clarity. Non-reaction is not a state of total inaction, a kind of paralysis. Non-reaction is appropriate response, not more nor less. Response means you choose your responses. Reaction means responses are provoked out of you. To that inner silence. where you widen the gap between stimulus and response. Between the inhaling and exhaling. Between the Ida and Pingala, you find your straight path to the Sushumna. Between the past and the future, you are enjoying the presence, and you are present. It is this spiritual wealth which is far, far superior than any material wealth. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om. We start with the prayer. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gojaram Tamagojaram Govindam Paramanandam Satgurum Pranadosmyaham Jindunam Narajanmadurlabhamada Pumstum Tado Viprada Tasmad Vaidika Dharma Marga Parada Vidyutvam Asmat Param Atmanatma Vivejanam Sanubhavo Brahmatmana Samsthidihi Tirno Shada Janma Kodi Sugrude Punnir Vina Labhyade. So Muktihi Sada Janma Kodi Shadakodi Janma Sugrudehi Punnehi Vina Nalabhyade. It's after long journey, climbing mountain peaks and traversing valleys and crossing rivers, like you go to Mount Kailas. Those who are going to Mount Kailas, they know that. There are no road, no well-paved roads. You have to just feel the sense, the North Star, and then you drive. Similarly, all these punya karmas, so punya karma we have defined. Punya karma is a karma which is beneficial to more people than just you. It need not be the whole universe. It is very difficult to make Trump happy, I tell you. So don't think of making everybody happy. A large number of people can feel happy in your presence. So that's the punya we are talking. And as a result of that, you are able to meet a Mahatma, get access to the scripture, and then have the goal perception, the ultimate goal. That has to be always in our mind. So somebody, shouting at you and you shout back and both of you get into a fight and both of you are in the hospital. You are supposed to come to the Bhagavad Gita class. Where are you now? In the hospital. So these are silly, silly things. Somebody shouting on the way, just ignore it. Have the clarity about your goal. So I have to keep my mind calm. I should not react. I should feel empathy. I should be kind to that person. And so you are free. Otherwise you become part of the problem, not part of the solution. So jana shatajanma godi sugudehi. And we are in a state of gratitude. Krutajnata krudam janadi iti krutajna. Krudam na janadi handi iti krudakna. Ungrateful. Don't we say that? That is the greatest curse. Ungrateful wretch. All this gift you have got and still you are cribbing and crying. Fool, you say. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudhamade. You are a concentrated idiot, you say. It is all these opportunities. You are still crying, you say. Be grateful to your parents, to the gurus, and to God. So, Durlabham, next. Durlabham trayame vedad Devanugraha hedugam Manushyatvam mumutshutvam Mahapurusha samshrayah. So these three great accomplishments. Human birth, the human vehicle, this is a vehicle, the body, mind, ego complex. Very beautiful vehicle. And then mumutshutvam, you know where to go. Clarity of goal, I have to reach there. Some people have no idea where to go, so they keep on driving around. Never reach their destination. All the petrol is burnt and then the car is stalled on the road, main road. Isn't it? Then you don't know where to go. So here, clarity about the goal, where to reach, that also you have. And then you have got a good driver also, Guru. Guru will take you to the right place, he says. So all these three gifts, blessings, don't we say count your blessing? Instead of count your miseries, count your blessing. Manushyatvam, mumutshutvam, mahapurusha samshrayah. Now you find a little bit of admonition. In spite of saying all this, you are still slump and sleepy. So the Guru gets really annoyed. There is a whiplash, he says. What a fool you are. Because with all these opportunities, you are not using that opportunity, he says. You feel sleepy. Your mind is distracted. Suddenly your mind goes to England because my daughter is there. Isn't it? Or if the mind goes somewhere else. It is not available to listen to this scripture. What a fool you are, he says. That's the kind of admonition, chastising. Don't we do that? Sometimes children don't listen properly. With all the opportunities, sending in the best school, and still they are not performing. They say, oh, I'm not interested in studies, or I have upset stomach. Then you come back home. What can you do for that child? Other than admonition. You stupid fool. That's all what you can say, isn't it? So sometimes Guru also gets a little annoyed. There's a kind of admonition, chastisement here. A scolding, let us say. Guru alone can scold you, others cannot scold you. Because they don't have the moral right. But Guru's scolding is good for you. Even a little slap across the face is good for him, you see. Because he will wake up. He will wake up. So, that kind of admonition or scolding. Labdhva kathanjit narajanma dullabham tatra vipumstum sudipara darshanam yastu atma mukte na yadeda moodhadhi sa atmaha sum vinihandya sadgrahat. Once again, labdhva kathanjit narajanma durlabham. There is a certain sadness as you read that sloka. The very construction of the sloka, the meter, evokes certain sadness in the Guru's part. In spite of all this, my child is now understanding what I am saying. So there is a certain sadness, the way the whole sloka is constructed. Once again, labdhva kathanjit narajanma durlabham tatra vipumstum shudipara darshanam yastu atma mukte na yadeda moodhadhi sakhyatmahasum vinihandya sadgrahat. Moodhadhi. Moodhadhi means stupid, idiot, fool. Bhagavan is addressing us. Don't look around. Yeah, that is true. My neighbor is one like that. This is directly addressing you. Stupid, idiot, fool. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Moodhamade. Then you wake up. Because this is your real nature. So how did the Guru know that? Isn't it? Guru Samadhar discovered. I was very cleverly hiding all that. Very cleverly. Sitting like a Mahatma with eyes closed and that. But your mind is a monkey mind, he said. So how did my Guru discover this? So he says, Moodhadhi. Dhi means the mind or intellect. Moodam, clouded thinking. No clarity about anything. You are ready to fall for anything because you cannot stand up for it. Since you cannot stand up for the truth, you fall for anything. Anybody can hijack your mind. So here you say, labdhva kathanjit narajanma durlabham. Kathanjit, some or other. You got this human vehicle, human life, some or other. Earlier you said it is the result of punya. But looking at you, the Guru doesn't think that you have done all kind of punya. Some or other you got. Maybe your parent did some punya. So you got this life. Labdhva kathanjit narajanma durlabham. So the idea is that I got it as an act of grace, by Ishvara. I got it. Ishvara is giving me one more chance. One more chance. So, labdhva kathanjit, like a mother. Ishvara is like the mother. Ahedava, infinite compassion. In spite of you disprove her faith, fail to live up to her faith, still she has the faith in you, you see. So, labdhva kathanjit narajanma durlabham. Some or other, you got this human life, narajanmam, durlabham, which is rare. Tatrabi, even then, pumsthum, as I told you, the sense of agency, self-awareness. That sense of agency. A knife has no agency. It can be used by anyone. But you have the agency. You can resist. You can say, no, I don't do it. Even if the Guru says something wrong, you don't have to accept that. You have to exercise your own moral conscience. Don't say, my leader said it, therefore I am doing it. During the Hitlerian time in Germany, Hitler was an all-powerful dictator. If you don't listen to him, he will chop your head off or torture you in the concentration camps. So these great people, knowledgeable people, engineers, lawyers, accountants, all of them, out of fear, though they knew what they are doing is wrong, but they still did it. Can you absolve yourself from the moral responsibility? You cannot. You have the agency. You know what is right. So in the court they argued, the Hitler said it, otherwise he will torture me, therefore I did it. He says, no. You have to resist. You have to say no, this is wrong. And we have that ability to know what is right and wrong. So you have the pumstum, that moral responsibility, and then which you have, you know what is right and wrong. What is the ultimate goal? What is the transient goals? What is the instrumental goal? What is the end goal? Everything we know. So, pumstum Shruti Paradarshanam, and also you have access to the Shruti, the scripture. Darshanam I translate access, you have access to the Shruti now. Or the Shruti is available. At least there, it is there in your puja room. Bhagavad Gita is in your puja room gathering dust. Isn't it? When you go there, the dust, you touch the Gita, dust rises and you sneeze and then you say, I have an allergy, I don't want to touch Bhagavad Gita. It becomes biological. Your indifference becomes biological, you see. And therefore, I don't want to touch it. That kind of, so Shruti Paradarshanam, access to the scripture, and you know the language. It is translated to Malayalam or Tamil. You don't have that excuse also. Bhagavad Gita translated into all languages in the world and interpreted by great masters. All this is there for you. Shruti Paradarshanam. And still, Yahatu Atma Mukte Nayadeda Mudadi. This fool doesn't make available, doesn't avail this opportunity, he says. They are all there, but you are not put them together. And get there, Guruji also comes occasionally to home. You feed him, you press his feet and then give him a dakshina and prostrate, get lost. Isn't it? Don't bother me much. This is our attitude, he says. You are not striving for Atma Mukti, that unfoldment of yourself. It is suppressed like a bonsai sitting in a corner. So Atma Mukti, the self-development, self-realization, unleashing the divine within you. We are not striving with that. We are sitting like a question mark in a fetal position, in a corner. That a dark corner, not a later, you don't want to come to a lighter place. This is the kind of psychology we are going through. It's a sickness. It's a mental sickness. So, Yahatu Atma Mukti Nayadeda, one who does not strive for mukti, liberation, realization, unleashing the divine within you. Nayadeda, one who doesn't do that, Mudhadihi, is a fool, he says. Sahi Atma, he indeed or she indeed is Atma. Atma means Atmanam, this is a suicide, he says. You are living a suicidal life, not an enlightened life. So Atma Mukte Nayadeda, there is no striving, there is no effort. Atma Mukte Nayadeda Mudhadihi, such a fool. Sa Atmaha, Sahi, he means indeed, he indeed or she indeed is Atmaha, it's a suicide. So we are killing ourselves without discovering the immortal self in us. Atmaha Sumbinihandi, you are self-destructive, you are destroying yourself. You are squarely responsible. So you say, I am suffering, this happening, that is happening. You can have umpteen reasons why you are unhappy. I can give you more reasons. Umpteen reasons. Give me one reason, how can you be happy? How do you do that? So we are self-destructive, we are destroying ourselves. Don't blame anyone for that, for your misery. We all have miseries, isn't it? We are all going through hell, I should tell. And then we don't know, there is no door, everything closed. You are in an enclosed space. And what should I do? You are suffocated. and then that affects your health. So psychic problem become physical, somatic problem, physical problem. But how does physical problem? You don't get sleep, helpless, hapless, hopeless. That's what is happening to us. So Atmaha Swam Vinihandi. Don't blame anybody. You are destroying yourself. You are a self-destruct. Asadgrahad. Why? You are embracing what is false, what is not there. You are living in a fool's paradise. Asadgraha. You are holding on to things which doesn't stay in your grip. You are catching the rainbow, let's say. Thinking at the end of the rainbow there will be a pot of gold. You are walking over the rainbow. Asadgraha. Asad means which is not lasting. Things which are not lasting, you are holding them, thinking that it will be lasting. It can be your wealth, your power, your children, your spouse, your home. These are all changing phenomena. And you are holding on to that. As you hold on to that, they slip out of your hand. And then you are crying, he says. So you wasted your life, invested your time in a wrong place. To take charge of your life. Don't lead a suicidal life. So Vinihandi Asadgraha, that's a very key word. Asadgraham, that you have to underline 2-3 times. We are attached to things which are not there. It's your own mental creation. Oh, my daughter, loves me, and and you put all your energy in her. You don't exercise, you don't eat properly, you are worried about her, and she is not worried about you. It's a one-way traffic, isn't it? Or my son, my grandson, or my all kind of relations. You invest your time. The asadgraham, you are holding on to the wrong things which are not permanent, and they slip away. They simply wither away in your grip, in your embrace. So you are trying to walk over the rainbow. Can you do that? On the rainbow you walk. They say there is at the end of the rainbow there is a pot of gold. You are a fool, he said. So Atmaha Swam Vinihandi Asadgrahad. So Asad involved the whole objective world. The whole objective world which you try to colonize and exploit and then control and all that. So it's a waste of time, he says. Look into yourself, discover your true self, then live in this world. Not that you should run away from it. So Atmaha Swam Vinihandi Asadgrahad. Again the same chastisement, that admonition. It's like a whiplash, a slap across your face, so that you can see things properly. So let's read it once again. Labdhva kathanjit narajanma dullabham tatra vipumstum srudipara darshanam yastu atma mukte na yadeda mudadhi Sakhyatmaha Swam Vinihandya Sadgrahat. So you can see a certain sadness in that verse. In spite of all these opportunities, you are not making use of that opportunity. You still indulge in gossip and blaming others for all your problems, not without looking at yourself. Again, in the same vein, Bhagavan continues, Itakkonnosti mudhatma yastu swarthe pramadyadi durlabham manusham deham prapya tatrabi paurusham. Once again, Itakkonnosti mudhatma yastu swarthe pramadyadi durlabham manusham deham prapya tatrapi paurusham. Can there be such a fool, he said. Shankara is in a mode of scolding all of us. He's talking about us. Don't think he's talking about somebody else. So, idaha here, kaha asti mudhatma. Can there be such a fool, he says, as you, mudhatma. Why Shankara calls us mudhatma, deluded fool, clouded thinking? Why? Iha kaha asti, idaha kataha asti mudhatma. Therefore, can there be such a fool, yaha swarthe pramadhyati, who fail in securing their own interest? Swartha means interest. What is your highest interest? What will serve your highest interest? What is your highest interest? Self-unfoldment, let us say. Discovery of the self. Of discovering that Sadanandam, non-stop, continuous happiness, which is not depending upon the environment, what you have and what you don't have. Your happiness should not depend upon what you, it's not contingent upon what you have and what you don't have. It's already there within you. And not recognizing that, you are moving around, running around like a mad person, he says. Iha konnosti mudhatma, yaha swarthe. So swartham here is not selfishness. Swartham here means our ultimate purpose in life, not the temporary things. So the ultimate purpose in life is to self-discovery, discovering your divinity, your divine nature. And you are careless about that. You are not using this time to discover that. And the time is running fast. By the time you are 90, isn't it? Thinking of, you bought Bhagavad Gita, kept in the puja room, you bought it when you are 19, or somebody gifted you. Now you are 90, you never opened the page. Mudhatma is a stupid person. So, iha kon nosti mudhatma yaha tu swarthe paramadhyati. Swartha means your ultimate interest. You have not secured that, your ultimate interest. Temporary things you got, wasted your time. Penny wise and pound foolish. That's your state now. Swarthe parama. So swartha means atmarthe. Atmarthe, Ishwararthe. This vehicle has been given to you to drive all the way non-stop to the truth. Instead of that, you went here, you went there, you went everywhere, and by the time you burned all the petrol oil. The car is all on the road. That's what is happening. Swarthe paramadhyati. Paramadhyati means you are not availing this opportunity. Make this grave mistake. Pramadam. Indifferent. Pramadam. Because our effort to propitiate the body and its appetites and its needs. Body is a car. The car is to be used, isn't it? Instead of that, it's a new car, brand new car. You don't want to take it out on the road. It is always remaining in the garage. Every day you look at that, admire it, and then do some arati to that, put some chandan on top of that, offer a flower there. You are not using the car. What is the use of this car? That is one instrumental. Car is an instrument to reach somewhere. After reaching somewhere, you can put the car in the garage. You don't have to take the car into the drawing room and the bedroom. Isn't it? So, that way, why are you not using? So, idakon nosti muda. Can there be such a fool? Shankara is wondering, can there be such a fool like you? Not using this opportunity, wasting your time. The idea is that there cannot be such a fool. The answer is, there cannot be such a fool, he says. You are an exception, he says. You are an exception. I have never seen such a person. With all this beautiful, delicious food is there, but you are not using it. You are looking around. That's what you are doing. And finding fault with it. So, idakko nusti muthatma yastu swarte parama. So, swartam here, please, it's not selfishness. It is self-realization. Knowing your deeper self, not the superficial self. Superficial self is the ego. Deeper self is what we are talking about. You are not accessing that. It's there for you. But you are not accessing that. So this is the pramadam, the greatest mistake that you have done. Great loss, which you don't know what's happening. Durlabham manusham deham prapya. You got this rare human birth. Tatrabi paurisham, in a sense of agency and knowledge of what is right and wrong. It's not that we don't know what is right and wrong. As Duryodhana said, Janami dharmam, janami adharmam, kenabi devena hridistidena, yada niyuktosmi tadha karomi. I know what is right and wrong. But I cannot manage myself, control myself, make myself take the right path. I always make a mistake. Always I end up in the wrong path. The wrong company, wrong place, wrong choice. I don't know why. This is me. So, durlabham manusham deham prapya tatrabi paurisham. Let's read it once again. Idakko nusti mudhatma. So, konusti means kaha anu asti. Kaha means who? Can there be such a fool? Yastu swarte pramadyadi. Durlabham manusham deham. Prapya tatrabi paurusham. So what is the answer? There cannot be such a fool, except me. That I agree. There cannot be such a fool except me. I have to admit that, he said. Thank you for discovering me. Thank you for holding a mirror towards me. Now I can see my true color, my true nature. Thank you. Thank you for that. Now he says, this is a little tricky verse. Here Shankara is very relentlessly Advaitic. Relentlessly. He is critically analyzing all that you are doing now. Supposedly great things. Supposedly great things you are doing. You are doing homas, you are doing yogasanas, you are doing pranayama, you are doing vipassana, you are studying the Vedas, you can recite all the Vedas by heart, you are a Chadurvedi, or Divedi, Trivedi, Vedi and all that. You can chant all the mantras, you can give great lectures, 2 hours, 3 hours. Doesn't matter whether other listeners are sleeping or not. You keep on going, you say. So this way, you are a great orator and scholar and all that. But what use is it? Not you. When you are alone, you are depressed. You are wondering, what did I do all this? What have I done? That sense of loneliness, sense of lack of accomplishment. I filled my life with many things, but there is no sense of accomplishment. So this is a very, very critical verse by Shankaracharya. He is trying to analyze the motive with which you are doing all this. It is not for self-actualization, it is to fattening your ego, he says. So you have great capacity to misuse all these facilities. Great capacity. So you are not honest. You are a hypocrite. These are all good, but you have misused them. Let us read what it is. Pathandu shastrani yajandu devan kurvandu karmani bhajandu devata Atmaikyabodhena vina vimuktihi na siddhyati brahmashadantarebi pathandu shastrani yajandu devan kurvandu karmani bhajandu devada atmaikyabodhena vina vimuktihi na siddhyati brahmashadantarebi. So Shankara is questioning the motive with which you are doing these things. I mastered all the 4 Vedas. I can recite it. I can recite about proper accent and all kind of things. And you also can see certain sadness the way he has composed that particular verse. You spend all your time in mastering the 4 Vedas. But what is happening? Your ego is fattened. You want to display your knowledge and earn laurels, if not a Nobel Prize, let us say. Isn't it? At least a Bharat Ratna. If not a Bharat Ratna, Padma Vibhushan, not Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan you must get. This is the motive with which you are doing. Of course, that motivates you. That motivates you to work hard. But at the end of the day, you feel lonely. You feel, I accomplished nothing. First day you are excited. The photo comes on the paper and everybody is calling you and congratulating you. The next day, another person gets Bharat Bhushan or whatever, and then you are saying, if he can get it, I don't need it. It degraded me by giving Bharat Ratna to that person. This is your thought. Because you are inwardly wretched, inwardly a poor person. You need all these laurels and labels and then titles and all that. I become a burden for you, say. So Shankara says, Patandu Shastrani, you can study all the scriptures. And you know exactly the dictionary meaning of the words, sentence meaning, logic, everything you know, Mimamsa, everything you know. Patandu Shastrani. You say Vedavid, Chadurvedi, let's say. Not even Trivedi, Chadurvedi. Patandu Shastrani. So Shastra can be 4 Veda, then all the Shastra, there's yoga, then Vaisheshikam, yoga, all kind of things. Shaddarshanam. Shaddarshanam. Nyaya, yoga, Vedanta, Mimamsa, and Vaisheshikam, Sankhya. These are the 6 Shastra. That also you are mastering. You are such a intellect, you can master anything. That also you know. 4 Vedas you are master. Then is there anything like Ganapati? Can I eat something more? So yes. Then Shiksha, Kalpam, Niruktam, Vyakaranam, that also is. Then Tantra Vidya, Yantra Vidya, this Vidya, that Vidya, like Narada. Narada go to Sanat Kumara with a cloth over his head because he doesn't want anybody to see him. Everybody is prostrating and respecting him. So one day, midnight, Narada goes to Sanat Kumara. And then Narada says, he is crying, Narada is crying. So Sanat Kumara said, what is wrong with you? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? These hot tears rolling on your cheeks, why? Narada says, Swamin, you don't know. I have everything, but I still feel wretched. Kichoham. I still feel wretched. Okay, tell me whatever you know. I know Rigvedam, Yajurvedam, Samavedam, Atharvana Vedam, Shiksha, Kalpam, Niruktam, Vyakaranam, Chandasa, Jyotisham, Bodhavidya, Predavidya, Agnividya, everything I know. Then what's your problem? That is why what I want to ask you, say. I don't know what's my problem. You have to diagnose my problem. So, Sanat Kumara said, these are all tucham, he says. This is fluff. There is no substance. These are cosmetics, he says. There is no substance in this. You are inwardly wretched and you are accumulating things. You are offering worship to ashes, you see. Pouring ghee into ashes. There is no flame in it. As it is said, Yasya nasti swayam prajna shastram tasya karodi. If there is no that inner flame, what Shastra can do, you see? Yasya nasti swayam prajna shastram tasya karodi. Yojanabhyam vihinasya darpanam kim karishyati. One who doesn't have eyesight, I give you a pair of glasses. What will you do with that? You can put that dark glasses so that nobody see you are blind. That is all what you have. Yasya nasti swayam prajna shastram tasya garodhigin lojanabhyam vihinasya darpanam kim karishyati. You cannot do anything. That inner flame is necessary. Then all these studies become meaningful. So, yes, patandu shastrani yajandu devan. After reading the Veda, chanting the mantras, what do? Then you offer homa to the fire. Then you have performed so many homas. Vishuddhi yajnam, rajasuyam, ashwamedham, all kind of homas, putragameshti. You did everything. And daily homas also you do. Early in the morning, that's what you are doing. These are all fattening your ego, he says. You have not crossed the boundary of the ego. And you tell also, 450 yajnas I have performed. Isn't it? And there is a big magazine also for that. What do you think of me? What do you think of me? I am the greatest, isn't it? I am the greatest. You performed only 400 yajnas, isn't it? I performed 500 yajnas. What do you think of me? So, that's why Yachantu Devan. These are all good, and Shankara does not say this is bad. But the intention behind it, the motive with which you are doing, that is what qualifies what you are doing. So you have performed all the Yachantu Devan, propitiate all the Devas, Indra, Rudra, Varuna, Maruda. All the cosmic deities and the political deities also. Every homa you will invite somebody to preside over that. Whom will you invite? Not the person who are begging on the road. You will invite the collector, ministers, isn't it? That also you have done. So, all the homas have been performed. And then, one more feather on your crown. Kurvandu karmani, and also you engage in social work, social activity. Ishta purtam, they say. Ishta is this, homas, etc. And purtam means social work. I have established a non-NGO organization. And I distribute so many things every year. Catch hold of poor people. If there is no poor people, I import some poor people. Because I need some field to work. That also we have done, he said. Kurvandu karmani. And you have done your duties also. That performing duty also becomes expression of ego. I have done all this for you, my children. Now time for you to look after me. I have done all this. I have spent all my time for you. Now it is time for you. In our scripture, that's not the way things work. Our scripture says, once you marry, produce children, raise them and educate them and marry them, thereafter you have to go to the forest. Don't wait for them to wait upon you. You have to go to the forest. That is what Dhritarashtra did, or Pandu did, Pandavas did. After doing their duty, they don't wait for others to wait upon them. They just left. So, according to Varnashrama Dharma, your children are not responsible to you. They have to marry and produce their children and look after them. That's how the parampara goes. But what are we thinking now? My children should look after me. My children should listen to whatever I am saying. My children should be with me. So poor man, he gives the job in America and everything, and there is a good job and doing well. And you are almost 90, you are about to die. And you are so selfish. You call him every day or her every day. And then create that sense of guilt. Then you resign such a good job, resign, come here. And get a miserable job somewhere or no job. By the time you die also. Isn't it? Then you are left in the lurch, hanging in the middle. You cannot go back by the time Trump has come. Now we have to spend $1 million to get a job there. You cannot go also. So you are in the Trishangu now. Neither here nor there, parents have gone. You don't know what to do. So Swartham. First of all, you have to take care of yourself. Then alone you can help others. First put the mask on you. Then try to put the mask on your child, isn't it? So that part is missing. Our own spiritual development, our own health. We are responsible. We cannot make ourselves a hostage to other people. We have to take care of ourselves. So that take care of ourselves, your health, your emotional well-being, your intellectual clarity, your spiritual, all these are part of that. All these are part. So, padandu shastrani yajandu devan, kurvandu karmani, lot of social work you have done, and then you are waiting for a Bharat Ratna, isn't it? All the social work you have done. Why do you do that? The goal is Bharat Ratna. So you send your own agents everywhere and tell everyone, you send a mail to the government. I have seen people, spiritual people. I asked him, what are you doing? I am in Moscow now. Why? I am canvassing for my guru for a Nobel Prize. He said. My God, why do you need a Nobel Prize? Are you not fulfilled and sufficient by yourself? No, I have to do that. So these kind of egoistic activities. Padandu shastrani yajandu devan, kurvandu karmani bhajandu devata. Even you can do devata upasana. And the purpose of devata upasana is to gain a pure mind, not to gain siddhis, he said. Siddhis may come as a byproduct. That's not your main goal. Your main goal is to propitiate that deity, to please that deity, not to gain siddhis. If it is a siddhi purpose, then you are on the wrong path. Then siddhi may come, may not come. So, padandu shastrani yajandu devan, kurvandu karmani bhajandu devataha. Devata bhajanam, meaning it is called upasana. Meditating upon these devatas. And devatas can appear also. And you may look like that devata. I have seen those who do worship of Ganesha, they look like Ganesha with a big belly and then ears and then trunk and all that. They look like Ganapati. Because yad bhavayati tad bhavati. So you may look like that. Or you may pretend like that. Or others may perceive you like that. But that's not your real nature. Your nature is Shuddha Brahma Paratpara Brahman. Nirguna Brahma is the real thing. The rest are all asat, he says, changing, where you can go and come out, where you can perceive. So one should take all this with a pinch of salt, he says. Even not a bag of salt, at least a pinch of salt. You have to take these wayside attractions. Padhandu shastrani yajandu devan, kurvandu karmani bhajandu devataha. Atmaikya bodhena vina vimuktihi. So if you are seeking vimukti, ending of delusion, ending of time, ending of suffering, ending of duality, actualizing your full potential, this is your goal. what you have to do? Atma Aikya Bodhena. Atma Brahma Aikyam, he says. Me, my nature, essentially is Brahman, Nirguna Brahman, unconditioned consciousness. Consciousness without any tremor. That is my nature, that unconditioned bliss. That's what I am really seeking. And for that, you should really discover your identity with the Brahman, he says. That's why Atma Aikyam, Jiva Brahma Aikyam, Aikyam Bodh. An already existing Aikyam, not that you are creating that unity. Anything you create will be destroyed. Srishti Layam, that rule is there. Anything that you create new will become old and disintegrate. So we are not looking for something new. We are looking for the oldest thing, he says, ever existing. Atma Aikya Bodham. So underline that. Jiva Brahma Aikyam is what we are seeking. Already existing Aikyam, not a new unity, but ever existing unity. Atma Aikya Bodhena Vina Vimuktihi. Without that, there is no mukti, he says. This realization. Na siddhyadi Brahma Sadandarebi. You will not get it Brahma Sadandaram. Whatever you do, all this for thousands and thousands of years they may do. Because we are creating more and more time. And time is the problem. Kala is the problem. Whenever you are happy, there is no time, isn't it? When you sit in the Vedanta class, you are happy, I suppose, there is no time. 1 hour, 2 hours, just go like that. Or when you are watching your favorite serial, let us say, no time. Where are you sitting, how are you sitting, that also you don't know. Time simply evaporates. So happiness means timelessness, spacelessness. Desha kalavadibhyam nirmuktam nityamuktam nigamashada sahasrena nirbhasyama. Isn't it? You go beyond time and whenever you are happy. When you play with your grandchildren, you are very happy. You don't know the time. You don't know where are you. You don't know how you make yourself a monkey. Papa stand on your foot, then the baby climbs on your head and pulls your glasses, your hair and pokes your ears, and then you are giggled and you are happy. At that time, your servant from the office comes. You are a cabinet secretary. And when you see the servant, you step back, throw away the child, and then you tighten your tie and all that, Put your glasses back, comb your hair, and you are again the cabinet secretary. Just now you are acting like a little child with your grands. At that time you don't know who you are, where you are, how long you sat there. This is the secret of happiness. When you are happy, you forget who you are. All the glories you have gathered all wither away. And you discover your true nature. So that kind of a childlike, innocent joy is possible only when this discovery. Brahma Atma Aikya Bodham. So Brahmatma Aikya Bodhena Vimukti na siddhyadi Brahma Sadandarebi. Because you create more and more time. You put the goal out there. Till you realize it, you have to walk towards it, work towards it. And in the process, you create psychological time, you say. There is a chronological time, that's a different matter. The psychological time is the problem. When you are happy, you can walk miles and miles, you don't feel it. When you are unhappy, one step is enough for you. You feel very, very tired. So, one has to recognize this unity, you say. And that is possible only by deep reflection with the help of the scripture. That's what we are doing. Now your question is, where can I get this? We are doing that precisely. Oh, I never knew that. I thought I will do it after 10 years. Right now, what we are doing is the path. It's a pathless path. Anaddugaha addugeshu paraishnava. This pathless path. Like a bird's flight. Doesn't leave any mark. So that's the path we are discussing. Janma shadandarebi. So this does not mean you don't do any of those things. You do all those things. But with the right attitude, you see. Study the scripture or Vedas, perform the yajnas and then do charity work, then do upasana. All these are necessary but not sufficient, you see. What is sufficient? What is most important is this realization of your oneness with the Brahman, you see. Then how can I get it? By reflecting upon the scripture. There is no other way. Because we don't know where Brahman is. Because it's not outside. It is identical with you. Right now we have to realize that. Let's read it once again. Pathantu shastrani yajantu devan kurvantu karmani bhajantu devataha atmaikya bodhena vina vimuktihi na siddhyati brahma shatantarevi. Next. Amrudatvasya nashasti vittenetyeva hi shrudihi bravidi karmano muktehe ahedittum spudam yataha. Amrudatvasya nashasti vittenetyeva hi shrudihi bravedi karmano muktehe aheduttum spudam yataha. This is a sledgehammer Shankara play on us, on our hypocrisy, our ego building. He is slashing using the sledgehammer. He says, Amrudatvasya asha na asti vittena. This everybody knows. Vitta means money and political power. Money used to gain power. Power over others, okay, obviously. Power over others, power over resources, natural resources. You use your money. Money brings money, isn't it? You put money and it brings money. The more money you invest, the more money. If you have more money, bank will lend you money also. If you have no money, nobody will give you any money. They will assess due diligence. Will you be able to return that money? And no, you have no land, you have nothing, no education. Who will give you? But if you have land and factory and this and that and ideas, then the banks will give you money. Money brings money. That's all what it can bring. So with money you can gain political power. You can control the other, both the human, natural resources. You can fatten your ego. But no freedom, you say. No peace of mind. Your mind is in pieces. And you get angry for no reason. And you say, I'll show you a piece of my mind. So vittena amrudatvasya asha nasti. There is no hope. There is no possibility of gaining this spiritual freedom by acquiring and amassing wealth. Wealth is not the way. In fact, the more wealth you have, the more insecure. That's what I said to you. This Vikasit Bharat, if it is just a materialistic concept, we are in real trouble actually. More roads, more airports, more seaports, more protection, more exploitation of nature. Along with this Vikasit Bharat, we have seen you need a Vikasit mind also, mana, to handle all this very judiciously. We have to judiciously handle wealth creation and wealth distribution. And the garbage you create as a result of it, and the harm you cause to nature as a result of it. Only India can do that. We have that spiritual wealth. Others are not doing. China and America, Europe, all of them are the materialistic highway, consumption highway. We at least have the spiritual knowledge. We can put a brake, slow down. So we have to, our spiritual people have to seriously think the political ambition of creating a strong nation, which is important. I am not saying it's not important. But the spiritual people, the Mahatma, the Gurus, they have to sit together and discuss. Where are we heading? Is the right path? Can he put a brake? Not a sudden brake, slow brake. So this kind of association between the spiritual and the material, the Guru and the Commissar, as they say, the Yogi and the Commissar, is very, very important. That dialogue should go on. That dialogue should go on. True spiritual dialogue. Like a Vyasa or a Vasishta, Vishwamitra, consulting the Raja, Maharaja, is very, very important. And it cannot happen in Delhi. It has to start from these local villages. Our villages should initiate these discussions. The spirit and the matter. Politics, power, and a spiritual awakening. All those things we have to discuss. So Amrutattvasya, Amrut is not a plant or something. Amrutam pibama, devam dighama. When I took Amrut means that mushroom. I took that mushroom and I saw God. I saw everything. I saw the Big Bang onwards. I see the entire history of human evolution. It's all recorded in your brain, in your genes. So all get activated and so the whole thing. So Amruta is sometimes mistaken for that mushroom. Some people take that also. And in the Vedic people, they used to take the essence of the mushroom and they drink that, get into a state of intoxication and see things. Easy way to immortality, isn't it? Then you say I am immortal. Easy way. But then side effect comes. The following morning you wake up for a hangover. Soma is nothing but that mushroom. And Indra likes Soma juice. And Indra is always drunk, you know that. When you are in power, after some time you don't know what to do. So you start to drinking and kind of things. So this power can corrupt you. Money leads to power. What else will I do with this money? I have to influence politicians, powerful people. So those kind of lifestyle, Amrutatvam, you don't understand the essential truth. You always create false truth. False things are propagated. False narratives are created. Exciting people. And making them make wrong choices. Inspiring them to make wrong choices. So Amrutattvasya asha nasti. There is no hope. There is no possibility for the spiritual awakening by accumulating wealth. This is what I am. I don't have any money. I am in league with you, Guruji. You say money doesn't take anywhere. That's why I didn't earn any money. It's not an excuse for your laziness and then not having any money. Money is necessary for certain things. Without money also you cannot function. These days money is oxygen, isn't it? If you don't have a credit card or a debit card, then you are stranded, choked. I travel without credit card or debit card or anything. Sometimes even without a phone. I get stranded in the airports or here and there. And I just stand there. Then I meet someone. He says, "Where are you going?" "Oh, I have no work." "Okay, come with me." That kind of living in uncertainty is very dangerous, very risky. Living in uncertainty. Trusting God completely. You don't know where is the next meal, where is the next bed, where is the next shelter. You don't know whom you can trust. But if you live in that uncertainty, it's a totally different life, he says. Things happen just on their own, without your effort. I'm not recommending that for you. That is only for a sannyasi, not for you. Your children, wife and husband and the home and loan and all that. But think of that. At least once in a day, half an hour, think of that alternative. Think of that alternative. Otherwise your brain will be choked. No alternative, isn't it? You may not take to that alternative, doesn't matter. But the brain needs a B plan or a C plan. Otherwise you get choked, you get suffocated, you collapse, you get a heart attack, your BP will go. An alternate plan. At least an ashram is there. When we are kicked out of my house, I can come to the ashram, isn't it? That alternative you must have in mind. Otherwise, I tell you, life becomes very, very a breathless, choking experience. Alternatives are necessary. So, amrutattvasya asha nasti vittena eva hi shruti. Shruti says that. And your experience also is that. All the money in the bank and it doesn't give you peace of mind. Even your children turn against you. Mummy, write a will before you die, isn't it? Write a will before you die. Tell me where is the gold, where is your property, where are the property deeds, who is holding that? Digitalize it, put it in the cloud. Children are anxious because you are about to die. You will die in another 5 years, 2 years. And the property is in your name. Children are more interested in that, not in you. But do it and get rid of that. Write a will. You can always change, isn't it? You can always change the will, but write a will, he said. We don't know when you are going to kick out this body. So therefore, vittena amrutattvasya asha nasti. The less is better, he said, for your health and your environment. Less is better. There should be a global consensus about it. The less is better. Not individual countries. Individual countries you cannot motivate like that. Because bad actors are there. So there should be a global consensus. Human awareness has to raise itself to that level. So, amrutattvasya asha nasti vittena idi eva Shruti says that. Which Shruti says that? Tell me, quote me. You say Shruti saying that. Can you quote me? Yes. What is that slogan? Na karmana, na prajaya, dhanena, tyage nege, amrutatvamanashuhu. Dhruvam adhruveshu iha na praptayante. So don't challenge the Guru, he will quote also. The Guru quotes, na karmana, na prajaya dhanena, tyagayanege, amrutatvamanashu. Perfect example is Lord Rama. He said, okay, you take the kingdom, I am walking out. If all of you agree, I am there. Even one person disagrees, I am ready to walk out. I can create things by myself, he says. Rama's example, the great sacrifice of giving up the throne and the power and the wealth and the pleasure that the power brings. That's why you're remembering Rama now, isn't it? So if Rama arrests Dasharatha and put in prison as advised by Lakshmana, he is a Rajasic person. And arrested Kaigeyi also put in prison. Bharata also he arrested because he is a threat to my throne. That's the modern way of doing things, isn't it? Scoop out the eyes, put them in prison. All your potential competitors are all arrested and put in prison, and then you rule. Rama did not do that. Even one person against me, I am ready to go to the forest. But then they all invited him back. Please come back. Please come back. Rama comes back with full, total consensus. He comes back. With a great majority, Rama comes back, he says. So that kind of power. Amrutattvasya nashasti vittena idyeva hi shuddhihi. Na vittena tarpaniyo manushya, he says. Na vittena tarpani. Tarpana means that fulfillment. You don't get fulfillment by wealth. This is not denouncing wealth, please. We have to put wealth in its place. Wealth is important for taking care of your creature needs. Wealth is important. After all, what is wealth? Goods and services, isn't it? Buildings and roads and airports and then air conditioners. This is wealth. Wealth is goods and service, which is necessary for us, but not sufficient. The sufficiency factor is very, very important. Samrudattvasya nashasti vittena ityeva yasrudihi bravidi karmanaha muktehi ahedutvam spodamyataha. Karmanaha muktehi ahedutvam. Karma means activities. Through activities you produce more and more things. Things to consume. Through consumption you expect to be happy. Karma means what? Interaction with the nature. Manushyavadi bhumihi arthaha, he said. Manushyavadi bhumi, the human beings interacting with natural resources. That produces outcomes, goods and service. And you consume. And you think you will be happy. There is a great philosophy about this karma. You work and your work is externalized self. You produce something, your time, your energy. Then something is standing outside you, this house, this building. It is an externalized human labor. Isn't it? Concretized human labor. So you put your soul into this building. Then you enjoy it. Then you think you will be happy. This is pseudo happiness. Because your natural happiness has been externalized. Then you say, I am a happy person. Isn't it? So you forget your natural happiness and you go for this pseudo fake happiness. Fake happiness. So that idea one has to reflect deeply. So karmanaha means your labor, your work, and you interact with the world, and then you change the world and produce something new. Then in association with that, you feel you are happy. This is your own self standing outside. And you embrace that. Then you say, I am happy. Then after some time that perishes. Then you want to make something else. This way you are missing your natural, authentic happiness. And you are embracing this fake, pseudo happiness, which is externalized labor, he says, human effort. That's why Shankara says, karmanaha muktehi ahedutvam. Karma is not a cause, hedu, for mukti, he says. By karma, you can only produce things in interaction with the nature. And there is a false expectation that when I produce and embrace and consume that thing, I will be happy. So your happiness is externalized and outsourced. Then you become a slave of that. It's a very complicated process. Very complicated. Very difficult to discuss or understand all this. So, muktehe ahedutvam karmana. Karma is not the hedu, cause for liberation, natural happiness. Ahedutvam bravidi, ahedutvam spudam yadaha. Therefore, this particular verse of the Shruti, na vittena tarpaneyo manishya, na karmana na prajaya. By that statement, the Shruti says this activity, interaction with the world, changing the world in the changed environment, in a consumerist society, you cannot expect to be happy, he says. Happiness is fleeting there, not lasting. Is it not true? When a new car is bought, you are temporarily happy. When a new house is made, you are temporarily happy. After marriage for 2-3 years, you are happy. Afterwards, you regret the major mistake you did in life. Both of you regret. Both of you. Wife regret, husband also regret. This is how we are going on, he said. Full of regrets. Thinking that I have made the kind of wrong choice. So, karmana, or you thought in America I will be happy. You go there. Do you think in America you will be happy? My God, there you have to clean your own vessels, clean your own toilet, drive your own car, clean your own car, move snow. You have to take your own shovel and move it. Nobody will be there to help. So this guy resigned from Air India, top post. Went to America thinking that America I will make a lot of money. He went there, but your skill set here in Air India is not appreciated there. There they are very rigorous. Here if you have political connection you can go up. So there he didn't get any job. His wife got a job, she was a doctor. It's a real story I am telling you, without taking names. Don't tell me who is that guy, I am not going to tell you, it's a secret. But it's a true story. So this guy ended up cooking and cleaning, and he was a big official in Air India. Cooking, cleaning, moving snow, and then cutting the grass, and then no labor is available. Labor 1 hour they will charge you 10,000 rupees in rupee term. 1 hour. And driving to your place another 10,000 rupees. Very expensive. So this guy ended up doing everything. And then his father, great expectation, father and mother, let me see my son who is in America. So they came, they landed up. And the son told them not to come, but they wanted to come and to see how his son is faring in the unit. And to his utter surprise, he found this man cleaning, cooking, cutting grass, and then cleaning toilets. There in India, he had servants, his driver, his palatial home, and fat salary, and people swooning over him. And this guy got a kind of allergy. This old man got allergy seeing all this. A psychological illness, and became somatic. He started developing irritation and irritated bowel syndromes, and he became sick, seeing all that. Then his second son wanted to go to America. He said, no, don't do that. There's a grave mistake that you are doing. You stay here. Wherever you are, you have to dig there to find the gold and water. There's no point in going there and coming back. You just don't know what's the reality in America. You think I must go to America and then come back. Even Swamis. Unless you are an American return to Swami, nobody will respect you. Isn't it? I have given lectures in foreign countries also. That is one more feather on your crown, isn't it? There is nothing there actually. There is nothing. America, Europe, they are all fading civilizations. There is nothing. Wherever you are, you have to find your peace. So, bravidi karmanaha mukteya hedutvam spudam yadaha. By this scriptural statement says that karma means producing and then enjoying it. Why? Because you are postponing your happiness. I have to work and produce something, then I have to embrace it, then I will be happy. So you are outsourcing and postponing it. Happiness postponed is happiness denied, is this. If you postpone it. Justice delayed is justice denied. Similarly, happiness delayed is happiness denied. It's there right with you, but you don't see that. Then you are looking around. The glass is already on your head, but you are looking for the glass. Calling everyone, did you see my glasses? Looking everywhere. It is already on your head. That you don't see, you see. You don't have value, which is natural to you. So, karmanaha mukteya hedutvam brahmimi yataha sudhi. By this statement, the Shruti is making it very clear that it's not work and the output of the work which makes you happy. That's why we have formulation. Happily work, not for happiness. Happily work. How can I happily work? I am unhappy. That problem you have to solve within yourself. So if you cannot happily work, you will never be happy, I tell you. Whatever you are doing, happily do. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If it is not agreeable to your nature, your training, your place in society, don't do it. Do something else. But whatever you do, do it happily. You can be a professor or you are a plumber, doesn't matter. A brain surgeon or a barber, doesn't matter. But are you doing it happily? If you don't do it happily, you will never be happy. So work become a channel of exploring and expressing your potential, provided you know your real nature. So when Shankara denounces karma, he says, by karma, you are having a wrong expectation. Karma should be a means of knowing who you are, exploring your potential. Not a means of harvesting happiness from the outer world. It will never come easy. And we know that. We have been working hard day in, day out like a donkey. One house here, one house there. One car here, one car there. All those things occurred. And are you happy now? Are you happy now? Oh, I have to think about that. Okay, think. The fact is you are not. You are not. You feel inadequate even now. You put more and more on your luggage. And still you are. And still you forgot your toothbrush, isn't it? It happens to me sometimes. I put everything and toothbrush is missing. Toothbrushes. Simple things you forget. So thus, bravidi karmanaha mukteya hedutvam spudam yada. Which is very clear, spudam he says. By this state, unambiguous state. It comes like a bolt from the blue on you, like a ton of brick. You have to sit up and think like that. This does not mean you should not work and earn and all that. Do all that, but as a happy person. not as an unhappy person. As an unhappy person, you will work, you will make more unhappiness, create more unhappy people. You may be very successful, but success is built on unhappiness. You may build a pyramid or a Chinese wall or a Taj Mahal. Ultimately, Shah Jahan ended up in prison, isn't it? His own son put him in prison. Those who built Taj Mahal, their thumb were chopped off. Their eyes were scooped out, so that they will not build another Taj Mahal. Or those who built the Chinese wall got buried under the Chinese wall. So to the pyramid. So these gigantic ego projects has not brought any happiness to human beings. So small is beautiful. Small is beautiful. Not big projects. Small. So bravedi karmanaha muktehi aheduttum yataha shrudihi. So let's read that. Amrudatvasya nashasti vittene tevahi shrudihi. Bravedi karmano muktehe ahedittum spudam yataha. So these are the viplashes Shankara is giving you. These viplashes. Moderation. Stop and look. Where are you heading? Be reflective. Reflect. Otherwise you are dashing to your doom, let us say. That's what we are doing. And that's what we are experiencing now. People are all worried what will happen. Artificial intelligence and then exploiting nature and supply chains and this and that. Where are we headed as a humankind? Some of us should ask this question. That's our job. To challenge, to speak the unpleasant truth. We have to do that. The rishis and the munis, the yogis, they have to speak the unpleasant truth. It may not be the mainstream discourse, but from the sides we have to call into question the path that we are leading now, which is very, and these are the institutions which have to do that. We cannot jump into the bandwagon. We have to ask unpleasant questions, answerless questions, they say. These questions are answerless. You cannot get a satisfactory answer, but that question has to be paused. Okay, give me the answer. I don't have the answer. Then why are you asking that question? Let us sleep. So we will wake up. We will wake you up. You are sleeping comfortably, we wake you up. Then why did you wake me up? Because I don't want you to sleep, that's it. I was happily sleeping. So the rishis are waking you up and make you see the unpleasant truth. So that's why unanswerable question. And all your answers will be questioned also. All answers are questionable. So this is our job, the sannyasi's job, because he has nothing to lose. You can put him in the prison or whip him or take away everything from the sannyasi. Anyway, he has nothing to be taken away, isn't it? You cannot manipulate the sannyasi or a yogi or you can manipulate a bhogi by taking away things, but not a sannyasi. Gandhi was put in prison. He was very happy there. If you and I go to prison, no air conditioner, no bed, no food, no people to wait on you, and then you feel very uncomfortable. You will die in 2 days. But Gandhi thrived. He wrote all his books in prison. So, an adversity is made to an opportunity. This is another spiritual Every adversity becomes an opportunity. For us, every opportunity is a calamity. In the ashram, there is an opportunity to meditate, to listen. It's a calamity. You have to run away. You don't even come to the ashram at that time. Because the lecture is going on. I don't want to sit and feel miserable. This is our attitude. So Shankara is pouring a bucket of cold water on you. Anadi Maya Suptaha. We have been sleeping in deep slumber. Wake up, Uttishtada, Jagrada, Prapyavara and Bodhana. Wake up, look around. See what is happening. See what is happening. So we are putting, Shankara is putting a lot of, because we are comfortably sitting, I did this homa, this puja, this murti, this ashram I built, we are sitting comfortably. That's not enough, he says, wake up. And, okay, so I think we should stop there. What's the time now? Huh? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I overshot my time. So 1 minute, please, 1 minute. Just integrate all this. Because we have said a lot of things. We have ruffled the feathers of people. We are woken you up. Shankara's whiplash, sledgehammer he used. The chastisement and admonitions. You were comfortably sitting, performed your homas, pujas, upasanas and all that. So is it an ego fattening project or ego transcending project is the question. That question we have to ask ourselves. The motive behind what you are doing. Is it your inner inadequacy, inner sense of wretchedness, which makes you create these outputs? Or is it coming from your inner fullness? So the motive, the origin. This relentless questioning of one's own motive is spirituality. Not what you do, with what intention you are doing, with what kind of mindset you are doing. So Shankaracharya is calling into question your motives, not what you do, but why are you doing this, with what attitude you are doing. Is it for more power, more pleasure, more control over the others? Or is it an expression of your sense of beauty, joy and harmony? So with that question, let that question sit in your mind as an uncomfortable truth. Let the irritation in you, and around that irritation, you can reweave your life. So watch your breath. Feel yourself integrally. Be responsible for your destiny. Every choice matters. Every intention matters. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.